As you saw, this video starts with a picture of a drawing. This drawing is my perception of the famous writer William Shakespeare. This picture is actually a combination of the two things I enjoy and the two things which in some way define me as a person. My love for art started a long time ago, and it is recently that I discovered my love for literature. Whenever I feel sad or angry or I'm fed up with everything, I turn to my drawing. It is my own way of dealing with problems. As I'm a really stressful person, I find this very relaxing. It's like I'm putting all of my emotions on that piece of paper. Sometimes I hide in there letters or shapes that have some special meaning to me. For my drawing, I usually use just a regular black pencil. I always have one in my purse, so I have to admit that sometimes I even draw when I'm in class. And once I'm done with my black pencil, all the white space that is left I fill with color, lots of color. And that is how one drawing, like you saw at the beginning of the video, is made. And I call it my own personal art. But let's make it clear, I'm not calling myself an artist in any way. I'm really shy and I'm too afraid of what may people think. And I don't want their opinions to affect my own love for art. Because I think negative comments would somehow ruin it for me. Also, I have to admit that doing all of this is also way out of my safe zone. When it comes to literature, I'm just starting to dive into that world of imagination, and honestly, I have to admit that I'm starting to fall in love with it. Every day I see how a single world can be such a powerful tool. I'm a kind of person who chooses that imaginary world over the real one, and maybe that is the reason why I look lost for most of the time. I'm interested in everything that has some mystery in it, and let's be honest, Shakespeare is the hell of a mystery guy. All about him seems so clear but still so blurred. What appeals to me about his work is the way he presents everything, especially beauty. It's not that typical and I can relate to it. Maybe in my crazy dreams I would like to be just like him, a mysterious genius. But let's be honest, mysterious I can pretend to be, but genius not so much.
I will now speak about my love for literature and poetry, because that is something that really defines me. I'm a huge fan of good quality poems and novels, and I enjoy reading, and that is something that I do whenever I have time. Our city library is definitely one of my favorite places. I also have a big collection of books at my home. I hope that one day, when I create my own home and family, I will have just one room for books, and I would really love to have my own mini library. That is one of my biggest dreams. As a student of English language and literature, I have a chance to get to know English poems and novels better, and I must say that I'm pretty amazed with what I found in English literature. There are so many great poets and novelists, and I didn't have the chance to study about them before. Since Shakespeare is definitely one of the greatest writers ever, both in England and everywhere in the world, it's no wonder that he is also one of my favorite writers, and I also appreciate his work a lot. His sonnets are favorite to me. Now I will read one of his sonnets, which is my favorite, and it belongs to a group of sonnets called The Dark Lady. In the old age, black was not counted fair, or if it were, it bore not beauty's name. But now is black beauty's successive hair, and beauty slandered with a bastard shame. For since each hand had put on nature's power, Fearing the foul with art's false borrowed face. Sweet beauty hath no name, no holy bower, but is profaned, if not lives in disgrace. Therefore my mistress's eyes are raven black, her eyes so suited, and they mourners seem. At such who, not born fair, no beauty lack, slandering creation with a false esteem, yet so they mourn, becoming of their woe, that every tongue says beauty should look so. This sonnet is my favorite because it is the first one in the group of sonnets called The Dark Lady, and it describes the Dark Lady. What I like here is the contrast, because back in that time all writers were used to write about women who were blonde with light color of skin and light color of eyes. And in this sonnet we have a lady who is dark with raven black eyes. This is something that makes Shakespeare different and undoubtedly great, and that's what makes me love him and admire him.
So I have decided to present myself and my talents in this project with my friends through Shakespeare's work. Shakespeare has been my favorite writer and my inspiration since I was about 15 years old, and the moment I fell in love with Shakespeare and his work and his poetry also was when I was about 17 years old, and I read his poem called The Dark Lady, which is my favorite and in my opinion his best sonnet that he's written. I was always inspired by Shakespeare's poems and his different style of writing. At his time, he was everything that the other writers hadn't been. His work was always quite different and mysterious, and I was really fascinated by that. Since I love writing and I really love comedy, I have decided to combine these two in this project by writing a scenario for a parody of balcony scene from Shakespeare's most famous novel called Romeo and Juliet. This is a really short parody that is only 9 minutes long, and I wrote it in a few days actually, but I really enjoyed writing it because I think that through this work I present my love for writing and comedy as well as my love for Shakespeare. Now, I wouldn't call myself a writer, but writing is definitely one of the things that define me and that I love to do in my free time, or at least I'm trying to do whenever I have the time. And also when I'm feeling sad for some reason, or when I'm in a bad mood, it's just great to put my feelings on the paper, and it really makes me feel better. I also enjoy making someone smile, and that's why I love comedies. My friends Srđan and Marko love acting, but I'm more of a behind-the-scenes person, so that's how I got the idea to work with them and write this scenario for the balcony scene. Also, I'm not someone who likes boundaries, and I believe that every writer should write about what he finds interesting, and that he should describe things how he sees them. We are all different, and we all have different views of the world, and I believe the differences are good and they do us good. And also, since I study English language and literature, my love towards Shakespeare, his work and literature itself grew even more. And I'm sure that through years that love will grow even more.
The reason why Shakespeare is one of my favorite writers is because he was able to write about love and all other human emotions like no other writer of that time. He's probably the best writer of all times, and he deserves more respect nowadays. That is why we chose to recreate one of his most famous scenes in his books. I've always wanted to give a try at acting, and I couldn't think of a better way than his Romeo and Juliet, the balcony scene. I will do my best to recreate the scene the way it should be done and the way he would like it to be done.
I'm well known for goofing around, and that's probably the first thing everyone notices about me. I just think we have this one life, so why don't spend it with a smile on our faces? I decided to work on this project because I respect Shakespeare deeply, but I think a touch of comedy will make it even better. I know I have the ability to make people laugh, so in order to put a smile on your faces, I'll be Romeo in this video. I hope you will enjoy it. Hey Julia, come out, my love. Hey Julia, come out, my love.
Romeo, is that you? What the hell do you want?
I came here to invite you to the dance party, so here it goes. You will be so kind to come to this party with me.
Oh, come on, man, it's 21st century. You could have just sent me a message on Facebook or Viber.
But darling, don't you think it's much more romantic this way?
You're such a pain.
Stop.
I'm not leaving until you agree to come with me. I'll make you fall in love with me.
Fall in love? I'm well known for breaking men's hearts, but yours is not even worth breaking.
How can you be so heartless? Let me be the one who will melt the ice around your heart.
Oh God, why can't you just leave me alone? Please go and bother someone else.
Oh, please, my love, give me a chance. What can I do to change your mind?
All I want to do is get rid of you, you romantic fool. Maybe I was a bit too harsh on you. Maybe you deserve that one dance for all the trouble you went through.
Hey, Julia, come out, my love.
Sup, Romeo? Is that you? No, Romeo, is that you? What the hell is that what you want?
I came here to invite you to the dance party tonight. So, here it goes. Dear Julio, will you do me the pleasure and come to this party with me?
Oh, come on, man, it's 21st century. You could have just sent me a message on Facebook or Viber.
But darling, don't you think it's much more romantic this way?
You're such a pain in the ass. I've already told you, it was just a one-night stand.
But darling, for me it wasn't just that. I fell in love. Oh, my heart aches.
I don't give a damn. Please stop, my neighbors will hear you.
Well, I'm not leaving until you agree to come with me to party. I'll make you fall in love with me.
Fall in love? Are you kidding me? I'm well known for breaking men's hearts, and yours is not even worth breaking.
How can you be so heartless? Let me be the one who will melt the ice around your heart.
Oh God, why can't you just leave me alone? Please go and bother someone else.
Oh, please, my love, give me a chance. What can I do to change your mind?
All I want to do is get rid of you, you boring romantic fool.
Okay then, my love, my battle here is over. I'm leaving if that makes you happy.
Wait, Romeo! Maybe I was a bit too harsh on you.
Oh, that's
Maybe you deserve one dance for all the trouble you went through. It is true, nobody has done something like this for me.
Are you serious? Because I'm done with your games.
Yes, I am. Take me to the dance. I mean, I have nothing to lose.
Oh, I will. I'll pick you up at 9. I mean, I will come for you on foot. And I'm still struggling to pass my driving license, so...
Oh God, perfect.
Come out, my love.
Sup, Romeo, is that you? What the hell is that what you want?
I came here to invite you to the dance party. So, here it goes. Dear Juliet, will you be that kind and come to this party with me?
Oh, come on, man, it's plenty... But...
Das ist mir. Ja, ja, mal.